I loved playing for the Saints. That was actually my favorite team growing up. So I
Oh,
didn't
nice.
I didn't have no problem. That was kind of like a dream type thing.
Real quick, thank you to Saints rookie safety Elliott Davison for joining. Really cool talking to him. Just want to do a quick little intro. Thank you to him. Really cool talking to him. And again, not typical setup, not home, but we're editing this video right now. So I am looking chopped, but that's all right. Enjoy the video. All right, everyone, welcome back to the channel. Got a really cool video today. We got Saints rookie safety Elliott Davison on the channel joining us here today. How you doing today?
I'm doing good, man. I appreciate you for having me.
I'm excited to talk to you, just learn some more football, learn more about you, get the fans to know you. How's the transition been for you so far, going from college to NFL and like moving and everything like that?
It's definitely been an experience for me, but I'm enjoying every step of the way, man, and just getting acclimated to the professional football, like I said, coming from college. So yeah, man, I'm enjoying it.
Have you enjoyed the past like month and a half-ish so off? Has that been nice, kind of giving you a little break?
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely been cool to kind of just be away from the facility for a little bit, but still putting in that work.
What does that kind of work look like for you, like preparation for training camp? Are you working out at the facility, or are you working out with teammates, or do you like working off by yourself? What does that kind of look like?
Well, not while I'm away from the facility. Yeah, I'm just down here in my hometown. I'm from Tyler, Texas, so
Okay.
just training down here and getting able to even work out with some people at the local high schools. Just to give back to those kids as well. But yeah, while we're in the facility, we're all team together training. So I like to be with the guys too.
What's been the biggest adjustment for you in this transition? Is it like the scheduling? Is it like the heat? I don't know if that's something you're used to, the humidity. What's been the biggest adjustment for you?
The biggest adjustment, I would say that the heat is a little different. But being from East Texas, that I'm kind of used to that humidity because East Texas has not. I wouldn't say it's as much as Louisiana where I'm at, but no, the biggest adjustment I'd probably just say pushing myself more mentally because that's what I'm kind of finding out, that the game is way more mental, and if you can get ahead of the offense, before they snap the ball, then it'll put yourself in the best predicament, so that you can be successful on defense.
And when you
So,
mentioned like being better mentally, does that include like studying and learning the playbook, like extra time, or spending more time trying to learn your assignment a little bit more?
oh yeah, yeah, definitely the playbook, film, just watching film a lot, and watching those vets, even when we're at practice, just keying in on the vets and how they're moving and their communication on and off the field. So yeah, just being real attentive.
How has it been learning Brandon Staley's defense? Because for us, he's first time defensive coordinator, the newest defensive coordinator for us in like
Mhm.
10, 9 years. So I know it's not a change for you, but it's a change for like us fans. It's completely different. So just trying to get some more insight on Brandon Staley's defense. How's that been for you just learning it?
Well, he's a very smart coach, and I'm figuring out that more and more. But at first learning the defense, it kind of felt slightly complicated, definitely. But the more we got to rep it, and the more reps we got to take, it got easier and easier. So
Okay, I'm
it's come along good now.
nice. It's just one of those things like the more you do it, the more you rep it, the easier it becomes.
Definitely.
Did you run a similar defense in college, or is it kind of all? I know sometimes the verbiage and defenses are different, but the system and scheme is similar. Is it similar to what you did in college?
It is pretty different, I'd say. But I feel like this defense sets us up, at least in the back end, for picks, and puts us in position to make plays. So I really enjoy playing in the defense.
your playing style, how would you describe it? Do you think you're like a ball hawk? Are you a guy who likes to, I know I've seen some of the highlights. I know you like some big hits. Are you run support, do it all? How would you just kind of describe your game?
Well, I definitely try to be all around. Definitely being a good, communicator on the field, being a safety. You have to kind of run the show. Especially for the back end. Definitely being physical. You know, definitely have to lead off with physicality because I feel like that just sets the tone. Kind of just sets the tone for the whole game, sets the tone against your opponents as well. So those are a couple of things I try to pride myself on.
Learning, or since you've been coming in, they got veterans on the team, some of them who do like to set the tone, like Justin Reed, he's new, Demario Davis. Have you learned anything from those guys, or Tyrann Mathieu, just some of the vets on the team?
Definitely, being around Justin Reed a lot during OTAs and things like that, and how he, handles his business and asking questions and kind of thinking of the next step. I picked that up a lot from him, and he has good work ethic as well, and always trying to get us in there to do extra, making sure us rookies are straight. He makes sure that we're good on our end, because he was once in our seats, so yeah, man, always learning from him, for sure.
Is what was I gonna say? Learning from Justin Reed. Sorry, I'm blanking. Is special teams something that you haven't having a role in on the team so far? I know there's not been like a lot of contact or pads or
Mhm.
anything, but is that something that you're familiar with on from like college days?
Definitely, special teams is huge, and being in the league now, they emphasize it, just as much as offense and defense. So, I see you got the JT Gray jersey in the background. That was another dude that I picked up a lot, not only in the safety room but special teams as well. He's helped me in a few ways in that aspect. So, yeah, special teams is huge, man. Especially when they start putting up the numbers about where you start out with the ball and how that can affect your scoring, is really huge when you break it down.
Yeah, I love watching special teams. I
Yeah,
know you spotted JT Gray jersey. Love watching that dude play.
yeah.
You mentioned, I remember the question from earlier, your physicality and stuff. Where is Brandon Staley been having you play on the defense? Is he having you kind of play more in the box? Is he having you play back deep, kind of a little bit of everything? What's kind of been your role in the
Yeah.
defense so far?
With our safeties play, both sides. There's not really a, one side safety. So yeah, he has us everywhere. Yeah, just trying to, make sure we're well rounded for any situation. So and
And
I and
then,
I like I like playing both. I like being in the open field and roaming and the coverage aspect, and then I like getting down there in the hole and making contact. So
and playing in the secondary allows you to participate in the 7-on-7s. Obviously, the lineman can't do that. From
mhm.
your playing time so far, going up against Rattler and Shuck, and I don't know if you've gone up against Deckers or Hayner, but what have you kind of seen from the quarterbacks going up against them during 7-on-7s as they're competing for the starting job?
Well, you just kind of said it right there. A lot of competition. They're both trying to lead their guys to the best of their ability, and they're both competitors at the end of the day. So I'm sure they're both going to continue to do that and show it for the team.
Going to like 7-on-7s, it could even be a 1-on-ones. Is there a guy who stands out on the offensive side of the ball who's been like the most difficult for you, or just in general, like for your defense in general to go up against?
Well, we haven't got to do one on ones yet, but I would say just from my perspective coming in, Cooks he's a very quick receiver. He always looks like he's running 100%, but he might shut it down, in 10 yards. So
Yeah.
those quick twitch guys are always tough to manage. But yeah, I like. I'm sure he's going to do great this season.
From your perspective as a safety, going up against an offense that has Shaheed, Olave, Cooks, all speedy guys, does that kind of change the way you approach like certain plays or approach your assignments?
Oh, definitely. When you have that type of explosive offense, you have to plan ahead, and make sure if you have to get to this certain zone drop or you're dropping deep, just making sure you're getting there in a timely fashion because they hauling. So you definitely have to keep that in mind when going up against those guys.
Going back to April, what made you want to sign with the Saints?
Well, funny thing that happened was the safety coach Joseph that's with the Saints right now. He was at my pro day and he was actually leading us through the drills and things like that. So I didn't know that I would end up being on the Saints, but I think from him being able to see me firsthand and obviously them watching my tape, things like that, they liked the way I played and they gave me the opportunity. So, it wasn't me, choosing. Yeah, they gave me the opportunity, and I loved playing for the Saints. That was actually my favorite team growing up. So I didn't.
Oh, nice.
I didn't have no problem. That was kind of like a dream type thing.
Did you have a favorite Saints player growing up then, outside of Drew Brees?
I was about to say. I mean, it's hard not to say Drew Brees. It's hard not to say Brees. He definitely kind of started me out with the Saints. Reggie Bush. Can't go wrong with him either.
Yeah, Reggie Bush.
Yeah.
Ahead of his time for sure.
Yeah.
What was the meeting? Did you meet with the Saints at all before the draft? I know you mentioned Terry Joseph was at the pro day, but did you have meetings, talk to Kellen Moore or Brandon Staley, anything like that?
No, not any meetings. No, not any meetings. Kind of just like they kind of checking in, making sure I'm not hurt or anything, that type of thing. But no, not any meetings though. So yeah, that's really why it was a surprise to me as well because we didn't have too much contact besides the pro day. So it all just works out.
What has been your thoughts and initial thoughts on Kellen Moore as the head coach, first time head coach, first new era in Saints history for 20 years, I'm sure, as you know, kind of everything new. Kind of what's your thoughts on Kellen Moore?
Well, I would say first, I like his energy and his enthusiasm that he brings to the team and makes it, exciting for his players. And, he's coming from a winning culture. So just bringing that here and trying to take this organization to the next level, man. I enjoy him as a head coach for sure.
What do you think about the kind of team bonding, culture building activities like the paintball? I think you guys went to Topgolf and then a community painting event. Kind of what do those things do for building a culture?
Oh, it does a lot, man. Building that team chemistry, that helps the team more than we probably even realize. Just being able to bond with each other outside of the football field and away from the facility, is definitely major for a team. And then, you end up talking to guys you don't always get to talk to, so that's always good. And just me being a new person on the team, just being able to meet new people, so it's a great experience.
What's your relationship and I guess the defense's relationship with him? Because offensive-minded coach, but obviously he's the head coach. Is he kind of involved a lot with the defense, or is he kind of doing a lot of everything? What's he like out there?
Well, he has a lot to manage as a head coach, so he's kind of all over the place, but he definitely is attentive to the defensive side as well, and but I think he kind of lets Staley do his thing, but he's definitely all hands on deck.
I know sometimes teams, I think it was the Cowboys, someone reported they got a pool table or a ping pong table in the locker room. Do you guys got anything going on there? Madden, I know there used to be a ping pong table in there. Any smaller mini competitions going on in the locker room?
Well, yeah, we have a game system set up too, but in our meeting room we have a basketball goal set up, and that's where people shoot a lot of basketball and people always compete. I put up a few shots, just to make sure I still have it, But yeah, that's really the big thing, the basketball goal in the meeting room. We also have a mini hoop in the locker room too.
Okay.
But the main thing is the basketball goal, yeah.
Who's got the best shot?
Best shot. I see Quincy shooting a lot. I see Jonas shooting a lot too. They normally shooting a lot and going back and forth with it. So I have to give it to one of
Okay.
them.
Okay, yeah, I know about two. It got like reported or something. Hunter Decker's like shot a
Oh yeah,
ball.
his shot is nice too. Hunter Digger, yeah, he's definitely up there. Definitely up there.
I'm sure you saw it, the new white helmets. I think this
Oh yeah,
past week or last week. What do you think about them?
I'm feeling it, man. I would love to put one on, man. So yeah, I like it.
And then two, I think yesterday or two, at some point this past week, they announced that they're getting new jerseys. You know anything about those?
I don't know anything, man. I don't know anything.
I'm hoping they're all gold. It looks like I'm hoping that they're gold uniforms. That'd be
I
pretty
have
cool.
seen some different graphics. I guess people make their own, graphics, things like that. So it's a lot of cool ideas out there for sure. For
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, I'm excited to see that new helmet, new era, new everything. You got any games circled up coming up on the year going up against like a former teammate, friend, anything like that?
I don't have any game just circled right now, man. I'm just kind of taking one step at a time. Just trying to make the roster at this point. Go from there, man. I'm just trying to take it one day at a time.
For sure, for sure. Excited to see what you can do this year. You got anything you want to say before get you out of here to like the
I just
fan
want to
base?
ask you. I just want to ask you. What made you want to get into your profession?
Um, I'm not too sure. Honestly, I had a cousin, or I have a cousin who, when I was like in middle school, he had a Instagram page like NFL. It was called NFL Talks, and he'd post about the
Mhm.
NFL news, basically what I do on Instagram, but just NFL wide. I thought that was cool. So when I got my phone, just started up the Saints one, been
Yeah,
running that one for a few years, and then kind of expanded into YouTube. And I am definitely enjoying YouTube a lot more, just trying to
yeah.
grow it and all that. Um, but yeah, that's kind of how I got into this.
Do you interview other people besides football players, or just mainly football right now?
I've done NFL players to this point.
Okay.
Yeah, I had Jonas on a few weeks ago. I had
Yeah. So,
Jasheen a few days ago, and then I had a Cardinals linebacker, Mac Wilson, on a few months ago. So just NFL players for now.
do you have any like? Do you have any other places you want to take it? To any other types of people?
Um, yeah, I mean, I'm open to opportunities. I've just been doing like NFL stuff for now, but like if an opportunity presented itself, and I learned and grew in that field, then yeah, I'd definitely be open to like expanding for sure.
That's cool, man. Well, you got it, man, for sure.
Appreciate it, man. Definitely trying to grow it. Appreciate you hopping on. Super cool talking to you. Um, yeah, some I've had players like a few years ago hop on and it like didn't seem like they were interested. So I appreciate you
Yeah,
being
man.
authentic and all that.
No, for sure. I appreciate the opportunity, man. It's cool for me too. So
All right,
yeah.
well, good luck at training camp. Oh, you got anything you want to say to the fan base before get you out of here then?
I would just thank y'all for supporting us and even coming out in those hot practices. I know it's hot out there, but I appreciate y'all support and it means a lot to the team.
All right, man. Thank you for joining. This is Saints safety, rookie safety, Elliott Davison. Have a good training camp. Good luck with the season, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you, man.